It's Badlands right here on your classic metal show for the last time. Good stuff there from Ray Gillen and the boys.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't go out and buy those discs due to inappropriate behavior of the lead singer from 30 years ago.
Well, as Eddie Trunk broke, he heard that they're not going to ever re-release them again.
Yeah.
Yeah, pal. So
you'll just have to go out there and get them illegally, I guess.
Yep, or listen to them on the Classic Metal Show.
Yeah, periodically we do play a Badlands song or two.
I would say we play them more than most people do. That's
Probably.
for sure.
Yeah, because, you know, I've already made it clear that I am AIDS-free. And I am not worried about contracting anything from playing some Badlands.
Right. Me either. And I'm just a fan, so I just like that.
if you've got to wear a condom on your ear, maybe I should, maybe give you some kind of a heads up that said, I'm going to play some Badlands.
Warning.
Yeah, put a condom in your ear.
All right, where's your warning thing? Where's your robot now?
Oh, I took him back downstairs.
Nice.
Put him back on the shelf where he belongs.
Exactly.
I don't leave my shit laying around.
Yeah, pal.
Yeah. Boy. All right. Well, here's a good one for you.
Okay.
The wafting scent of animal poop turned an $11,000 a month Manhattan pad into a virtual pet store toilet, and that sent the occupants fleeing.
Okay.
The Kahn family began leasing an apartment in a luxury building at 10 Madison Square West in August of 2017. After returning from a trip abroad in the spring of 2018, they noticed a foul stench.
Right.
And the stink really hit the fan about a month later when a PetSmart opened in the commercial space below their apartment. Little did Howard Kahn's wife Meg and their kids know that the sewer vent gas pipe was not capped. As a result, and fumes of rodent excrement and urine, tropical fish, reptile, and bird excrement spewed into the home. According to a $3 million Manhattan Supreme Court claim filed against the property manager.
Okay.
The smell not only made the apartment unfit for human habitation, it ruined their belongings, the suit alleges. The family had to dump all of their clothes, sheets, towels, rugs, curtains, and mattresses. Unable to handle the stench, the Kahns moved into a hotel for 5 months and kenneled their dog for 2 months. Living with the fumes saturating their home left them with a permanent respiratory issue, including coughs, chest pains, allergic reactions, headaches, and nausea.
Holy cow. Yee.
Your house smells like a pet store.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
That would be gross.
$11,000 a month, and that's what you get. You get a shit house.
Yeah, no thank you.
A literal shit house.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. That's crazy.
They should pack that up and send that to San Francisco.
San Francisco already smells like a fucking pet store.
I know, but they do it in the street. They could use a shit house over there.
Yeah, they could.
Here, don't shit in the street. Here's a shit house. Go in there.
They wouldn't. Don't tell me where to shit.
Yeah. You're violating my human rights.
Yeah. I can shit wherever I want legally.
Yeah. And they do.
They definitely do.
I have read stories this week about the problems out in California with all this homelessness out there.
Okay.
And with all the shit that I think I told you this on the phone earlier this week, all the shit in the streets that they're hosing off, and they're hosing it off into the drainage system, that it's polluting their waterways.
Yeah, you did tell me this. Oh, God.
Because they have combined sewers where it doesn't separate the sewage from the wastewater that runs off the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got shitty wastewater now.
Ugh. Well, dude, you worked in that industry as well for
I
a while.
did. I did. I worked for a wastewater treatment company that manufactured equipment for, straining out wastewater.
What would hundreds of tons of shit in the streets washing into the sewer do to a water treatment facility?
Well, it's not. It's just that it's going to take a lot of treatment to treat it. Because first you got to strain it out,
Right.
and then you got all the sludge and the debris and all that shit, and then the water that's left over, then it has to run through all these different treatment cycles.
Right.
So it gets treated, the raw water gets treated first, and then that treated water goes into the next tank that it has to treat it. It's like a straining process almost.
Right.
So it has to go through like 6 straining processes to get it cleaned up enough to, make it usable for anything.
Oh, okay. God damn, dude.
So if your sewage plant is not built to handle that amount of sewage, then it just starts getting backed up, and it slows the process down, and there's a lot of cost and the chemicals and machinery and everything that it takes to clean that mess up.
Jeez. What a disaster we are as a people.
Well, this is due to liberal politics that they don't want to have any accountability.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't want your water to be clean.
Well, I think this is one of those unforeseen circumstances. I don't think anybody anticipated the influx of all the homeless people, and then with all the shitting in the streets and stuff. I don't think they anticipated that they were going to be dealing with a mess like this.
No. But the dummies in California will just reelect the same people again.
Yeah, we'll keep doing it. Yeah, sure.
Well, we're about to die, but hey, 4 more years.
Yeah, why not? He's a liberal. Why not?
Why not? 10.5% tax. Let's make it 12.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
What the fuck?
Just don't elect a conservative to office. I'll pay the extra money just as long as we stay the course.
Yeah, let's go to 20% tax. That sounds good. Stupid people. Just stupid.
It is. Well, here's something that is a little disconcerting.
Okay.
This I don't even know what you want to call it these days. Everybody's just off the deep end.
Okay.
The OK hand gesture. Remember we covered this earlier this year?
Mm-hmm.
About the guy at Cubs at Wrigley Field.
Right.
Doing the OK gesture in the camera behind the sports reporter. Instead of yelling him, fucker in the pussy, he just did the OK hand signal.
Right.
Which I think fucker in the pussy probably would have been more acceptable than just doing the circle sign.
Yeah, don't do that. No.
The OK hand gesture, a mass killer's bowl-style haircut, and an anthropomorphic moon-wearing sunglasses are among 36 new entries in the Jewish civil rights group's online database of hate symbols.
Oh, they're hate symbols.
Used by white supremacists and other far-right extremists.
Okay.
The Anti-Defamation League has added the symbols to its online Hate on Display database.
Okay.
Which already includes burning crosses, Ku Klux Klan robes, and the swastika, and many other of the most notorious overt symbols of racism and anti-Semitism. So now this is in the book for white supremacy.
Oh, Stop it.
And if you get a Mo Howard haircut, that is now a racist thing.
All right.
Remember Mo Howard?
Yeah, sure.
He had the bowl cut.
That's racist, huh?
Well, that's a white supremacist, but here's the ironic thing. Mo Howard was a Jew.
I'm going to say this. No chance of me being racist with a Mo Howard cut. None.
He had the haircut and his he was Mo Howard.
Yeah.
But he was what's his last name? Hauserwitz?
I don't even know what his last
Yeah,
name is.
that was his new. They were Jewish.
Okay.
But he had that haircut.
Right.
He must have been a self-hating Jew.
Well, do you want to have some fun?
Sure, why not?
I pulled up the hate, as I choke to death here. I pulled up the hate on display hate symbols database.
Okay.
Would you like to hear what some of these are?
I would love to hear this.
Because some of this stuff is absolutely stupid.
Of course it is.
Number 1 is the symbol 1-11. Did you know that was a hate symbol?
1-11?
1-11.
Okay, what does that indicate?
1-11 is a numeral symbol used by the Aryan Knights, an Idaho-based prison gang, to identify themselves.
That's it?
Substituting letters for numbers 1 and 11 means A and K, i.e. Aryan Knights.
Wow.
Oh, they get better. Don't worry.
All right.
Love some of these. Number 2, 100%.
Yeah, that's 100% white or Aryan, right?
Yeah. Is shorthand for 100% white among white supremacists. Is that what you think of when you see something written that's it's 100%?
No.
You don't think that?
No, not at all. Is anybody in this day and age, is anybody really 100% white?
Mm-mm.
Whatever white is. What is white?
Beats me.
I mean, what origin is white people 100%? I mean, where would that come from? If there was such a thing, where would that be? The origins of that?
Sweden.
You think?
Aren't those people considered the whitest of the white?
I guess, but when Hitler was in power and he was trying to have a white Aryan nation, his constituency were German, right?
Yeah.
So are German considered the whitest of the white?
They may have been at some point. But I think they've been mongreled up. I think they've been polluted.
Well, that's kind of my question. Is anybody really, quote unquote, 100% white these days, whatever that is?
I don't think anybody's 100% anything these days.
100% asshole.
I'm not even sure most people are 100% human these days. The way that, I mean, dude, every time we read another story about a horse, somebody fucking a horse or a pig or something, it just reminds me that there's people out there in droves that are fucking animals. You know goddamn well some horse has knocked up some girl and she had a kid.
Yeah, it's called Jason.
Wow, throwback for a decade.
Yeah. That's the one that got you in trouble.
Yeah, it did. Who cared?
They're talking bestiality.
Oh, God.
Jason the horse.
And she was just like, what do you find about that that's funny? There's nothing funny. I was like, you are insane. That's the funniest goddamn shit I've ever read. You're just disgusting. All right.
Yeah. The guy's mentally ill. That's funny to me.
Yeah. Sorry. That's hilarious. Are you ready for number 3?
Go ahead.
109/110. The figure 109 is a white supremacist numeric shorthand for the number of countries anti-Semites claim Jews have been expelled from.
They've been expelled?
Apparently so.
Okay.
In calling for the expulsion of Jews from the U.S., they often refer to the U.S. as the 110th. I'm not following that.
I wonder when that happened.
Look, apparently it's not going to happen until we cut California off this fucking planet,
right,
or off of the country. Because certainly that state is owned by the Jewish community, and New York too, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, New York has got a lot of Jewish people in it. Next one, the number 12. The number 12 is a numeric symbol for Aryan Brotherhood groups, as are the numbers 1 and 2 separately, especially the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas. Substituting the letters for numbers, 12 equals AB, i.e. Aryan Brotherhood. So basically, any word combination that contains an A,
yeah,
bad. Okay. Next one, number 13, which is numeric symbol for Aryan Circle.
Aryan Circle. The 3 is the C.
The C for circle.
Oh, okay. A keikel.
Yeah, the large Texas-based racist prison gang. AC. Aryan Circle.
Okay.
Next one, 13/52 and 13/90 are racist numeric codes by the white supremacists to portray African Americans as savage and criminal. White supremacists this is funny. White supremacists claim that blacks make up only 13% of the population, but commit 52% of all murders and 90% of all violent interactive crime.
Okay, well, I do see that often in comment sections on the articles. Yeah. It always says 1390.
1390. I've never heard 1352.
I never did either.
Next one, 14. 14 is the numeric shorthand for the white supremacist slogan known as 14 words. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. 14 words.
Who knew those 14 words verbatim?
Yeah. Not me. And of course, 14 words.
I didn't even know that even existed.
I never heard of this stuff. That's why I'm fascinated. I'm glad I looked up this hate database. I'm learning everything I'm not allowed to say. What do you think the odds are that I would have said those 14 words in order? Probably
next to none.
I would say none. All right, the next one, another number combination, 1423.
Wow. Why don't we just add the entire numerical system to the database?
Any numbers? Yeah, I'm going to skip the numbers. Let me go past numbers. 211 Crew. Do you know 211 Crew?
No.
That is a large racist prison gang based out of Colorado. Its main tattoo or shield or patch is a complex triangular symbol made out of interlocking arms with hands grasping lightning bolts and the number 211 in the center.
Oh, it's the Accept CD cover.
Wow, literally, I'm scrolling past all the numbers.
Yeah.
Every number. 28, 311.
That's what I'm saying. Just make the whole numerical thing part of the database. It's like all numbers are racist.
Numbers are racist. I'm going to do a number thing here, but this is a hand signal. I'll do it for the camera here. The 88 hand signal.
Well, I know what the 88 is.
Well, the 88 hand signal is a symbolically important number for white supremacists who use it as the numeric code for Heil Hitler.
Yeah, right.
So occasionally a white supremacist will use a hand sign or flash the number 88.
So they're going around doing this?
Yeah.
That takes a lot of energy to go.
It does.
Wait a minute. How's that go?
Yeah. So stupid.
Who does that?
Nobody. Dopey gangs. That's who. Next one, ACAB. ACAB. The acronym stands for All Cops Are Bastards and is a slogan of long-standing in the skinhead subculture.
Okay.
Because non-racist skinheads may use this acronym as well as racist skinheads, it should be carefully judged in the context in which it appears. So they're even trying to justify this in some level. If you hate white cops, then it's okay. But if you hate black cops, I guess it's not okay.
Okay.
AWS, Advanced White Society. It's another group.
All right.
AKIA, AKIA, is Ku Klux Klan shorthand for a Klansman I am.
Boy, that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
Yeah, no shit.
Who is this, Yoda? Klansman I am.
Next, any anti-Antifa images.
Well,
Anti-Antifa images are white supremacist symbols and memes directed against Antifa activists. Antifa, short for anti-fascist, are left-wing and anarchist activists who focus on directly confronting white supremacists. So if you're anti-Antifa and you make a symbol, you are clearly a racist.
Okay.
Which, you know, I think we all knew that, right?
Right, sure.
Let's see. Let's find some more good ones here. Anti-racist is a code for anti-white. Did you know that?
I wasn't aware.
Anti-racist is a code word for anti-white, is a racist slogan that became popular among white supremacists in the mid-2000s. It represents an attempt to create a rebuttal to accusations of racism. Yeah, it's saying that being... it's saying just that, no shit. They are really stretching here.
Yeah, this is just like anything and everything that could possibly be construed as racist.
No, I'm only in the A's. How about Anuda Shoah?
Anuda Shoah?
Anuda Shoah.
Okay.
Is an anti-Semitic phrase used by white supremacists to mock Jews, whom they claim bring up the Holocaust when confronted with anything they don't like. Wow. So when they do that, you're supposed to go, Anuda Shoah! Anuda Shoah!
I have never heard that in my life.
Never heard that either.
And what is the origin of Anuda Shoah?
Beats me. White. Obviously white.
Okay.
Maybe it's German or something.
I don't know.
Aryan Circle, Aryan Brotherhood, Aryan Fist. All right, I know all the Aryan stuff. Let me get past that.
What? How do you know that?
Because I know what everybody assumes Aryan is.
I thought you were one of them.
Not me. I'm a fucking mutt.
We're breaking your code, dude.
I guess. I wish I knew. I don't even know what my heritage is. I couldn't give two fucks. I think I'm like German Irish, but I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is two fucks.
Maybe that's a code word in here too. I just haven't got to the T's yet.
What is your heritage, two fucks?
Yeah. Could be. The only thing I'm sure of in my heritage, and I know that's weird, but I'm really not even joking. I really don't know my heritage. I know my grandmother and grandfather went to kiss the Blarney Stone, and they took me a couple of years to kiss the Blarney Stone.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that would be something about Irish heritage,
yeah,
right?
So you got some Irish in you.
Yeah.
Maybe some black Irish.
The way I drink, is that not obvious that I got some Irish in me? But I think there's like some German too.
Yeah.
Like Aiken, that sounds German.
Yeah, you're racist.
Oh, I might be. No. Be a descendant of Hitler for all I know. I don't know.
Right.
No, I never gave a shit. I always found, and maybe you probably agree with me on this. Do you not find celebration of heritage to be the dumbest fucking thing ever?
Yeah, I've never done that. I just don't get it. It's just like, why are you celebrating a country that you've never lived in? Why are you living here celebrating another country? I never understood the Mexican parades, and
right.
I never understood that. It's just like, if you're so proud of it, why don't you go back there and make it a better place? Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that illegal for me to say that?
Well, you're not in New York.
Oh, that's true. But seriously, if you're so proud and you want to wave your flags and you want to march and do all this and that, and you've got all that kind of energy to spend, why don't you go make your country of origin a better place then?
All of it, even like St. Patrick's Day. That just seems stupid to me.
The Irish parade, and it's like, so what?
Black History Month. All this shit is just dumb. Who cares?
Hey, you're an American now.
Yeah. How about American Year? We'll celebrate it every year for 365 days. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll celebrate that. We don't need Black History Month. We don't need Women's Week. We don't need Mexican Day or whatever that's called.
Cinco de Mayo.
We don't need any of that shit. Aside from alcohol and food, who gives a shit about any of that shit?
I agree.
Anyway, next one on our list, how about the Atlantic City Skins? Are you aware of them?
I am not aware of them.
They're a long-standing New Jersey-based racist skinhead group.
Okay.
Their logo consists of a rounded Celtic cross on top of a row of skulls, which may have the initials ACS on them, on the skulls. So there you go. Then there's AYAK, AYAK. It's a Ku Klux Klan shorthand for "Are you a Klansman?" I'm trying to fast forward through some of these.
So they basically had these abbreviations before social media and Twitter came around.
I'm thinking so, yeah.
Because that sounds like a lot of Twitter speak, text speak.
I had no idea how racist the military was until I saw this one, Boots and Laces. We used to always have to get our boots and laces, ready for inspection. Apparently that Boots and Laces is racist skinheads prefer wearing steel-toed work boots, typically with a red or white shoelaces laced in a certain way.
Okay.
Didn't realize that, did you?
I did not.
How about the term "bound for glory"?
Not aware. Nope.
Bound for Glory is the name of a long-standing white power music band dating back to 1989 from Minneapolis. It is popular among white supremacists. Have you ever heard of this band, Bound for Glory?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, me either. All right. I'm stopping here. We can read forever. This is just the dumbest list of all time. Day of the Rope. Who the fuck would... Have you ever said Day of the Rope?
No.
What is today? Today's the Day of the Rope.
Yeah, it's right after Boxing Day.
Day of the Rope is a white supremacist slogan referring to mass murders of race traders that occur in The Turner Diaries, a novel written by neo-Nazi William Pierce. The slogan is typically used to urge or promise some similar scenario in the real world. All right, I'm done. I can't take this stupidity. Do I think some of this shit is probably used in racist culture? Yeah, sure. Okay. So what? Cares? Just don't acknowledge it. Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Anyway.
Even extremists continue to use symbols that may be years or decades old. They regularly create new symbols, memes, and slogans to express their hateful sentiments. Anti-Defamation League CEO Jonathan Greenblatt said in a statement, some of the new entries started as trolling campaigns or hateful memes on internet message boards such as 4chan, 8chan, and Reddit before migrating to Facebook, Twitter, and other mainstream platforms to the public forums and flyers. The ADL has updated its database to include the OK hand signal, which became fodder for a 4chan trolling campaign to dupe viewers into thinking the fingers formed the letter W and the P to mean white power. But the ADL says extremists are using it as a sincere expression of white supremacy.
Sincere expression.
Yeah. Let's see here. Breton Tarrant, an Australian man charged with killing 51 people at a mosque in New Zealand in March, flashed the OK symbol during a court appearance after his arrest. Tarrant also had the number 14. There you go, Chris. Written on his rifle, a possible reference to the 14 words, a white supremacist slogan, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Right.
Orion Segal, director of the ADL's Center of Extremism, said context is key to the interpreting whether that OK symbol is hateful or harmless. He said the ADL had been reluctant to add it to the database because OK has meant just okay for so long.
Hey.
At this point, there is enough of a volume of use for hateful purposes that we felt it was important. An earlier edition of the database was Pepe the Frog, a cartoon character that became hijacked by online extremists who superimposed the frog with a Nazi symbol and other hateful imagery. The ADL branded Pepe as a hateful symbol in September of 2016 and supported cartoonist Matt Fury's efforts to reclaim the character he created. The Happy Merchant, one of the new database entries, is an anti-Semitic meme that depicts a stereotypical image of a beardish Jewish man rubbing his hands together.
Okay.
Another addition, the Moon Man meme, is derived from Mac Tonight, a character in a McDonald's advertising campaign during the 80s. Internet trolls transformed the sunglass-wearing cartoon Moon into a vehicle for rap songs with racist and violent lyrics.
Jeez, oh man. I think these guys at the ADL have just too much time on their hands. My God, are you serious?
Too much of this is just a stretch.
This is what you're worried about?
Yeah, they're worried about this.
Worried about somebody that drew a fucking moon thing?
Yeah, with wearing a pair of like Ray-Bans.
That's a problem?
Apparently it's so.
Here's. You know, honestly, I think the only people that care about this are the people that are actually racist. Because I'm quite sure that again, maybe I'll only speak for me, but as somebody that thinks that I'm pretty not racist and, you know, really could give two fucks about anybody other than if they're cool or asshole, that's the only judgment I ever lay on anybody. Fucking, I don't know any of this shit.
I don't either. This is all new to me.
I've never heard of it. The only people I think of that would ever hear of this are people that are looking to use this shit.
I get you. Or just use it just to get some kind of get a rise out of somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy.
The ADL also added the Dylan Roof Bowlcut. You mean the Mo Howard?
It's a Dylan Roof cut.
The
Nice.
Dylan Roof Bowlcut. In an image of the hairstyle worn by white supremacists who shot and killed 9 black people in 2015. Roof's bowl-style haircut became an avatar for extremists, including a Washington, D.C. man whose relatives contacted the FBI to report concerns about his behavior and far-right extremist rhetoric after last year's Pittsburgh synagogue massacre. Jeffrey Clark's username on Gab's social media platform was DC Bowl Gang. An FBI agent wrote in a court filing for gun charges against Clark. Logos of white nationalist groups included the Rise Above movement and the American Identity movement also are among the new ADL database entries.
I'm going to Gab right now to see if I can find the DC Bowl Gang.
Yeah. Remember, who were those kids back in the 80s? They had the bowl cut haircuts. What was that? What was that kid on? There was a couple of brothers. They were actors, and they were on popular TV shows, and they kind of had like the bowl cut hair.
No idea.
I'll have to think about it. Can't think of that kid's name. They were real popular there, probably from like the late 80s into the early 90s.
Wasn't that quirky kid, was it?
No. There was like 2 or 3 brothers, and they all looked very similar, but they were all on different like sitcom TV shows.
The Lawrence kids?
That could be.
Joey Lawrence and his...
Yeah. Didn't they have bowl cuts when they were kids?
I thought Joey Lawrence had a mullet as a kid. Maybe, I don't know. Everybody's saying it in the chat room, so you're probably right on this.
They all had bowl cuts.
Okay. I don't remember their bowl cuttedness, but
yeah,
okay.
They did. They had that whole look. We said we're looking for an image here real quick. Blossom.
Oh, Blossom, yeah.
Let's see. Was it when they were just real small though? They had the bowl cut thing going on.
Right.
Guess they must have been white supremacists.
Apparently they were.
All of them racists.
Yep.
Let's see, hair. I'm looking at Joey Lawrence hair. I know when he was a kid, he had that whole thing going on.
Well, he's gone full white supremacist now.
Yeah, he's got the whole bald thing going on.
He's a skinhead now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
Okay.
Well, I think he had like a brother or two that also were like actors.
He did. I know he did. I don't know.
And they all had similar haircuts. They all had that bowl cut thing going on.
News to me. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Wasn't a big Joey Lawrence fan.
Well, I wasn't either, but I just remembered that little kid running around with that bowl cut looking thing going on.
Yeah, he was trying to fuck Blossom. That alone said I didn't need to pay attention.
The recently formed American Identity Movement is the successor to the now dissolved Identity Evropa, which frequently plastered its white nationalist propaganda on college campuses and is one of the groups that has been sued over the violence that erupted at a white nationalist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017. Four members of the California-based Rise Above movement pleaded guilty this year to attacking counter-protesters at the Charlottesville rally. A federal judge sentenced three of them to prison, terms ranging from 27 months to 37 months.
Right. Somebody posted the bowl cut of the Lawrence boys.
Well, let's take a look here. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Racist! White supremacist!
That's why you remembered, because you're the racist, right?
Look at those racist kids in there.
You saw those cuts on TV, and you're like, I am so proud of them.
Yeah, look at them. You just know that they're racist. Look at those haircuts.
What is he doing hugging that Nell Carter?
Yeah, pal.
She's hugging him. He's trying to escape.
Right.
No AIDS for him.
Right. So bad. So bad, man.
Yep.
This is the world we live in. This is what we're worried about.
I know. Meanwhile, there's people dying in the streets of San Francisco at an absolutely alarming rate. It looks like a third world country in San Francisco. But we're not worried about that. We're more worried about this. Holy shit, he wrote the number 14. Racist!
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yep. Well, since we're talking about racist...
Okay.
A woman seen in a viral video going on a racist rant has been identified as Heather Patton, a costume designer in Hollywood.
Okay.
On Tuesday, Patton was recorded at a CVS in Eagle Rock area of Los Angeles, California, first jumping up and down at the entrance of the store, yelling the N-word, and then exiting and making threats. I would kill a nigger, but the law says I can't kill a nigger, she screamed as she walked to the parking lot. If the law didn't say I couldn't kill all the niggers, then they'd all be dead.
Wow. Well, definitely got some strong opinions.
The video was shared to social media, of course, including by Sean King and Patricia Arquette, and it was viewed millions of times. Now, are they doing a service here by saying, look at this woman, or are they going, yeah, look at this woman?
Kill her. Why is Sean King not called out for being a white guy? That's what I want to know.
Who is Sean King? Who is it?
He's a reporter guy or a some kind of columnist, journalist, something.
Okay.
But he's a white guy that pretends he's a black guy.
Okay, I don't know the dude. I have no idea who he is.
He's like that Rachel Dolezal person.
Okay.
He's like, he says he's a black guy, but he's not.
All right.
But they don't call him out for that. They just let that slide for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I don't know the guy, but the Los Angeles Police Department confirmed that a hate incident report was filed on Wednesday. They would not confirm whether Patton could possibly be facing jail time, but they did say they would talk with people and perform a thorough investigation. Jail time?
No time for saying that if she could, she would. But she can't, so she won't. So she didn't even threaten.
She was out screaming in public so she could face jail time?
Yeah, she's an idiot.
Yeah.
But she's not threatening anybody.
Right, and she didn't commit a crime, did she? What would be the crime?
There's no crime in her. She didn't threaten any. If she would have said, I'm going to get my gun to kill me some niggers, that's one thing. But she didn't say that. She said, if I could, I would, but the but is implied, but I can't, so I won't. That's right.
I guess, but I don't know what the crime is because she said nigger out loud. Is that the crime?
I think they're saying because she threatened, they're going to say that she threatened to kill black people, but she didn't.
But she didn't make that threat toward any specific person, did she?
Even if it was to a broad sense, it's still not what she said.
Yeah.
She said if it wasn't illegal, I would.
Yeah.
But I mean the translation in my head is, but it is illegal, and she didn't.
On Thursday, Patton issued an apology on her Instagram.
Let me guess. I was under the influence of medication.
Wow.
And because of the medication, I'm just assuming she was at a drugstore, right?
Well, she walked into a CVS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she had a bad reaction to her drugs. Shut up.
Writing in her profile bio, please do not contact me. I was intoxicated.
Sure you were.
And I sincerely apologize to everyone whom I've disrespected and let down for my actions. So please forgive me.
Please.
She added in stories, I hope the world knows we all as human beings have made mistakes and gratefully regret them later in life. I, as a human, made the choice to say some words that I should have never let come out of my mouth.
So is the apology now going to be this long book?
Apparently,
it started out being shorter. Now it's like this big, longer thing.
Well, she had to justify her actions.
Yeah, but the other guy, the guy with the news reporter, he also wrote a goddamn book.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah, well, they have to plead their case in front of the public, the court of the public, I guess.
Court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I will no longer ask for forgiveness because what I did as a human was very inhumane and disgusting.
Stop it.
African Americans helped build this very country that I am living in.
Are you shitting me? Are you fucking kidding me? In fact, on my wall is a picture of Grover, whatever, the peanut guy. Who's that? Who did that? The peanut guy.
The peanut guy, Grover Cleveland.
Is it Grover Cleveland? No, that's the president or something, isn't it? Who was the peanut guy? Something Alexander, maybe?
No.
I don't even know. I don't know my black history.
Maybe you should study more in February.
I was gonna say, maybe I should pay attention instead of turning the channel immediately when they start that horse shit.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I should.
You should.
Apparently.
Shame on you for not knowing this.
I'm going to be honest. Every fucking year, the football players wear pink gloves and pink fucking shoes in October. And you know what? I couldn't give two fucks about breast cancer. I've never taken the time to investigate it. Not at all. Don't care.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do about it if you knew anything about it?
George Washington Carver. Thank you, Dr. Johnny. Yeah, I'm not going to do shit about it. I'm either going to get it or I'm not. That's it. That's the extent of my love or hate of tit cancer.
There you go.
I'm either going to get it or I'm not.
Right.
And that's.
Let me see. African Americans helped build this very country that I am living in, and I hate that I insulted the millions of them. Did she insult millions of them, or just the people at the CVS?
Probably the 4 people in CVS, 3 of which were probably white old ladies.
And now that Susanna Arquette has so graciously shared my post.
Oh, brother.
No, she didn't say that. I was just joking.
Wow.
I have lost my job, which I totally would agree on as well for the reason I have been let go. People allow me to rekindle the love we all share among each other.
Shut up.
The CVS tirade is reportedly not an isolated incident. A neighbor of Patton and her husband of 9 years who wanted to be identified as Tony, that she has a history of racial outbursts and erratic behavior.
Yeah. Yeah, this is so obvious. She was fucked up. Well, of course she said what she thinks when she was fucked up.
Yeah, they always say that the truth comes out of the mouths of drunks and babes.
Yeah. Well, and it's so true. You always say shit. There's a reason that there's always fucking, what do they call that? Next morning regret?
Yeah.
Not because you said something you didn't mean, because you accidentally gave up the shit that you did mean. That's what happens. You get all lubed up with the fucking booze, and then you're just like, whatever.
Yeah, they don't call it truth serum for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. So this person hated black people. Probably still does. But is trying to position for her next job. Now she got fired from this one.
We had to file restraining orders against her and her husband for warning to threaten us, to assault us, he said. They were yelling racial slurs. Tony, who is of Italian descent, claimed Patton told them to go back to their country. He also provided that station with the security footage that show Patton threatening to slit someone's throat in an altercation between a man and a woman.
Holy smokes.
Wow, these are the neighbors I'd like to have.
What trailer park do they stay in?
So you want to hear the audio of this screaming, ranting lady?
We have this? Yes, I do.
All right. Let's check this out.
A disturbing racist rant at a CVS in Eagle Rock. A woman is captured on cell phone video, jumping up and down, repeatedly screaming the N-word into the store. People can be heard saying she must be on drugs or something and telling her they're calling the cops. She proceeds to exit the store and walk to her car while continually screaming disturbing obscenities.
I would kill a but the law says I can't kill the If the law didn't say that I couldn't kill the they'd all be dead!
This man says the woman's name is Heather Patton, and she and her husband are his Eagle Rock neighbors of 9 years. He says this behavior is what he and his family have been dealing with for years, which is why he says he and his mother have restraining orders against Patton and her husband.
Her and her husband have been really just behaving just very disheartenedly with our neighbors. As at least with our family, we had to file restraining orders against her and her husband.
No wonder this guy lives with his mother. Listen to that voice. He's got that affect on that voice.
Sure does.
And he's got the hand gestures and all that. It's just like, how do you get that way?
Doing this thing?
Yeah, he's doing exactly that.
Ugh.
He's got... They've been my neighbors, and they've had some bad language.
I really wish I could move, but I just can't afford to right now.
But I live with my mother, and she pays my bills, and I'm a grown man, and, I'm a mama's boy, and, this is the reason I talk this way, because this affect is just naturally, inbred into me.
Did you see Bobo? He's my emotional pony. Finally saw that dumb commercial, by the way.
Oh, my God.
I want to walk up to that guy and just hit him in the face with a bat.
Yeah.
Sitting on a pillow, petting a pony. I don't even want that guy to be part of the same human race that I'm in. Just go away. God. That is the worst commercial.
Of course it is.
Two very feminine guys living together.
Yeah. The one guy wearing the pink scrubs.
Yeah. He's got the purple pink scrubs. The other guy's sitting on a big pillow watching TV while he pets his pony.
Uh-huh.
Good Lord. That is fucking terrible.
Yep. Well, that's the demographic, man. That's who we got to cater to.
That's who we're going to put in office in 15 years. Holy cow, we're doomed.
Can't we be kinder and more gentler?
Bobo, change the channel. Bobo, where are you going, Bobo? And then he just sits there like a fucking tool, like he can't get up and change the channel himself.
Nope.
Fucking turd.
I love it.
I don't.
We've had enough of you weak, sunken chest, slope shoulder, sad-eyed, bitch-ass beta males. Fuck you all. If your beanie is pulled back to here and you got a man bun under it, fuck you.
Right on, Jericho. Right on.
All right, get back to this lady's rant.
All right.
For wanting to threaten us, to assault us. They were yelling racial slurs to my mother, who's at least 68 years old. At least now she's 68, but this happened about a couple of years back. She was at least 65.
What does it matter how old his mother is? she's
worse?
at least 68 years old. Yeah, well, yeah, she's like 68 years old now.
So is it less offensive if she was 48?
That's what I'm saying. Who cares how old her mother is?
Just fucking stop trying to over-dramatize everything, dude. Just can't yell you racist shit at your mom. Okay, got it.
She's 68.
She's 68, and, you know, she wasn't then, but she is now. Thank God she lived through it, because it was so painful on her heart. Oh, what a dreary fuckface this guy is. Jesus God. He just sounds so sad.
Well, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that what Jericho just said about being a droopy-eyed?
Ugh.
Listen.
We've had enough of you weak, sunken chest, slope shoulder, sad-eyed, bitch-ass beta males. Fuck you all. If your beanie is pulled back to here and you got a man bun under it, fuck you. sad-eyed, droopy shoulder, sunken chest.
I wish you wouldn't play that hurtful stuff. That man said stuff to me. You know, I'm 27, and I first heard it when I was a couple years younger, and it was really offensive.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not as offensive then as it is now, but, oh, it's very offensive to me. Shut up!
And also racial slurs to my father, who's about 60 at the time, about 68, 69.
See, what's with the age? Why at my father at the time, which at the time he was like 68, and you know.
Now he's 69.
Yeah.
Shut up. Just stop. How about this? Just say, this lady's a kook. And I've been dealing with this fucking kook for a couple of years, so I'm not surprised. Move on. Next story.
No, you got to play it up because I'm a victim.
I need to get max TV time. Maybe someone will recognize me. I could start a YouTube channel then. It's Bobby the Victim on YouTube.
Right.
Ugh. Awful.
Well, the video that you saw towards the end of my story, that is one of many that Tony says that he has of Patton's arrest.
Wait. Rewind that. You go from whiny bitch to over-dramatic read. Listen to her. She's like, then we heard from the story that it was, you know, like the real hard enunciation here.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Here we go.
What happened?
About a couple years back, she was at least 65. They were yelling also racial slurs to my father, who's about 60, at the time about 68, 69.
Well, the video that you saw towards the end of my story, that is one of many that Tony says that he had.
At the end of my story.
At the end of my story. Holy cow.
This guy is a beaten, bruised victim.
I'm Jessica Simpson, Channel 3 News. Oh,
Back to you, Greta.
Greta. Back in the studio to you.
As of Patton's erratic behavior, he says it's those videos that he showed a judge in order to get a restraining order against her and her husband. He also tells us that he and his family, they're from Italian descent, and that she will scream at them and tell them to go back to where they came from. He also says that she has vandalized his father's car. He tells us he's called the LAPD several times, that they just show up, calm her down, but they really don't do much more than that. He wishes they would. Now, as far as this incident, which occurred yesterday, the LAPD says that it was brought to their attention today, but since no crime was committed, they tell us that they took they say that they took a hate incident report. So that's going to do
A hate incident report.
And then they did nothing.
Right. Because she stated it right there. No law has been broken.
Yeah. Yeah. She's just a stupid cunty lady at the CVS.
Yeah. About the only thing they could probably do for her and give her a trespass.
Wouldn't you just look at that and laugh?
Of course.
I would just be sitting there cracking the fuck up. If she fucking did that in the store I was in, I would be laughing my ass.
Yeah, well, but you got to be shocked and horrified.
No, you really don't. Dude, it's a clown show. You just go and you laugh at it and you move the fuck on. You say, you're not going to believe what I saw in the store today.
Well, normal people would do that, but the overdramatic social justice warrior types, they have to make some issue out of it.
Yeah, I guess. My goodness.
So, I've been living with my mother ever since I was born, and I've never ventured out of the house, and I have no idea what the smell of a woman is like, except for my mother.
You know, and that's weird because she's 68. She used to be 67, and she smelled different then. She smells more like mothballs now. And it's amazing that I know what a mothball smells like because I'm only 21, and we don't use mothballs anymore. Ugh. I hate that guy. I hate that guy more than I hate the lady spewing the racism.
Yeah.
He's a bigger problem for the country than she is.
Right.
Because he's what the country's turning into. She's just a kook. You can avoid a kook.
Right.
You can't avoid the whole country. Jesus. Next thing I know, this guy will be washing my car. Oh, never mind.
Well, this is the problem with the whole cell phone cameras and social media. Had somebody not posted that online or cell phone video, we would never know anything about this.
Yeah, and we don't need to know anything about this.
It would have just been an incident. People would just shrug their shoulders and go about their business. You never hear a thing about it.
Yeah, you'd just be like, goofball.
Yeah.
Nah.
But thank God they put it up there so we could make fun of it.
That's right.
I don't know about you, but I was not shocked or horrified by that at all.
Not even a little.
Not even an ounce. It's just like, wow, look at this kook.
I was just like, okay, good on you for being an idiot. Thanks for playing.
Don't you? People in general are just fucky.
I hate them. I hate all people. If there was a way to make money without doing any interaction with people, I'd be there for it. I really would. At this point, if I could just work from home and never speak to anybody, just jobs kind of came from wherever. No calls, no nothing, just an email. Here, build this website. That would be the best.
It would be the best.
It would be so great. its built, money would be dumped into my account. Never have to see or talk to anybody again. Man, how great that would be.